And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta in our resistance run. And we're, I think, getting close to the end. The aliens are definitely being pushed farther and farther back into the system. We get the protium converter torch soon. We're going to get African Union, which is well before we need it, but we're starting to run out of things actually to research in the tech tree that really matter. We want to take Vietnam back, is what we want. Invest 64 in it, so it's guaranteed mission.
Ready to go. We're taking power.
We're gonna get a lot of influence. I probably want more money. Let's do some direct investment. This is dump this influence as funding in the USA. Here we go. We got enough boost to probably support another space hospital. Ring hab. Lower to 2. Found, manage, apply. Station. Like so. This is power positive, so I don't need to override the quarters. That's fine. They'll provide us with more money. At which point we probably want to invest in more mission control. Yeah, we may want to invest in more mission control down in Mercury. But we're going to fire assignments and start moving forward again. African Union is complete. Valentina has another one. Yeah, so of the sort of favorited stuff left, we've got management research, so we'll go ahead and set that as the project. That's going to finish even before the protium converter torch, although we'll probably just continue to repeat that one. So we have enough mission control, or enough control point gap to control the world. Romeo 956 is repaired and ready for orders. Oh, this is at low aerial. Yes, okay. So the risk I could do here is I could go run out to Umbriel and potentially leave my station behind to get it destroyed. However, at this point, I'm not too worried about that happening because the station's not that important. Yeah, so we're just gonna run out aerial. Which actually isn't that bad of a Delta V, and we get there pretty quickly, so that's fine. We've arrived. Next stop, the station. We are going to engage. We're going to do this manually because the combat value of the station is pretty large. Lock nose, coming quick. Off we go. So we got one ship to blow up, and then it's to the battle stations on the station. We blow up the battle stations. We blow up the ground stations. And if they haven't come around to blow up our station back at the other location, we'll go back over to that one instead of building a new one. Got some shots off of where it blew up. Although, I don't think it got through the BD on the fleet. I think that's the first one that's going to be in range. It's opening fire with its plasma. And yeah, we've hit range. That's the next one. Yeah, that's the next one. So on and so forth. we are taking damage from the plasma. The plasma does hurt. It's just our hope is to blow them up before they blow us up. And it's plasma's mostly doing system damage. Right, so we don't run a big risk of getting destroyed. We just run the risk of having all system damage technically come back. There we go. Station rendered defenseless. Okay. Destroy the hab. Hab destroyed. High level bombardment at the first of three bases.
I will help them.
And repeat project. First of three bases destroyed. High level bombardment on the next one.
Things are cooling off.
And then high level bombardment on the last one.
Crackdown complete.
Oops, I didn't repeat and continue.
Public sentiment
Which means I may end up
increasingly
crackdowning on
vast.
myself. If I don't remember to cancel that. We'll probably remember to cancel that. There we go. They will surely look for ways to retaliate. But you know what they don't have anymore? They don't have a presence in Uranus. Another one of our objectives complete. Completely driven out of the Uranus system. Means we'll have to be preparing to mount a expedition out to Neptune soon. Fleets transfers, and we'll begin repairs, and we'll actually be done in 6 to 7 days. That's pretty good. 23rd of June. Oh, did we? We didn't. Let's do that. So, 6th of August, or 158 days. 158 days is probably going to triumph. So, under 58 days, Laos can be merged into Federation with China. Wet bulb disaster, that's terrible. Send teams to assist.
Policy direction complete.
Do federate with the Pan-Asian Combine. Confirm. On 23rd of December. So, basically the beginning of next year, we can merge Singapore into Pan-Asian Combine. They are ready for orders. Of course, I got no orders for them. They're going to stay there and defend the station there. Come January, they might actually have to fly out to the higher system to do a refuel mission, effectively. Okay, so we've purged at that point. Back in full control of Vietnam. Are we at the... Yeah, we are at the point. So we're waiting 58 days for executive control. Sure. Okay, we got
I'm here.
3 rounds of missions. I probably want to defend interest on these 2, and then probably back to public campaigning in Sri Lanka.
Reporting in.
Or am I worried about... No, I got enough public support in the front, yeah. So, actually, you, public campaign there.
We must persuade the people.
Reporting
Defend
in.
interest there.
Making things safe for our people.
Defend
Standing by for
interests there.
Securing our interests.
And this is actually when we get the Protium Converter Torch, so it's going to be this month we're going to be designing some ships. Alien station detected. Okay.
Lending
So
my
Neptune is
expertise.
getting more colonized by the aliens. You have arrived at Skanderberg. Probably to join with Romeo 968. Yeah. And we can do a mutual resupply mission.
Securing our interests.
For some resources to help.
Securing our control.
Okay. You're resupplied. So the question here is, do I go join our fleet in Neptune, which we don't have the Delta V to do on these ships. These ships can't actually do that burn. Can we get to Neptune instead? Say hi, Neptune. We can. So we're in the right window flying out of Saturn to get to Neptune. We're not to get to Uranus. So we're just gonna go straight to Neptune, I think, from here. Although 100 weeks? 100 weeks is a lot of time. Yeah, I'm just gonna... We're gonna just burn. We're gonna send them out. Off you go. 100 weeks is just under 2 years. We might... These guys might get beaten to the punch with the new ships. We'll see. We'll see how much faster the new ships are, to be fair. Okay, so we don't need to do repairs or refueling here because we're repaired and refueled. So begin upgrading. There we go. There's the Protium Converter Torch. So at this point, I probably actually want to start working up the plasma, antimatter plasma. So we may want that for the very last high-speed ship we build. But until then, it's time to design some ships. So hide the obsolete. And honestly, anything that we're not actively running is probably obsolete as well. So these F6s, yeah, they're obsolete. Add them as well. And then it's going to be these colony ships, sort of, that we're going to work on. Yeah, so we want something that looks like the colony ship. Obviously, this is not going to be a valid refit. Why can't I put you on? Commercial confinement. You on. Okay, never mind. We're going to just start from scratch. Oh, I know why it wasn't letting me upgrade it. Now I can go fix that. Go fix that. That does not work with the hydrogen traps. We gotta delete the hydrogen trap, and then we can delete this. Then we can add that. There we go. So this is the protium converter torch. We're getting a cruise delta V of 1.1 thousand kps, just to, with one engine on here. Making the engine bigger drops the range pretty significantly, but 5 engines, we're getting 4 G's of acceleration in combat. We can go all the way up to 6, which is helping mostly with out of combat acceleration, to be fair. Let's get a hypothetical transfer window with these. Origin. We got an Earth shipyard. Let's see. Spartacus Earth shipyard to the fortress. Oops, that was supposed to be. We're supposed to be fortress to it. Well, actually, no. We'll come back to Earth. So you are you, and then you are going to be you. 20 weeks with 1 engine because of all the Delta V. All the Delta V. Yeah, this is the new engine. This is the new engine. Let's get back into the ship design. So of course that freed us up a space. We should do something with the space. We've already got the battery. You want to swap over to the exotic nanowire. Sure. Swap over to the exotic. We could swap over to the exotic spike radiator as well. Adds another half cost exotic. That's not prohibitive. That makes the ship smaller. And maybe a little less sensitive to turning up the engine. Yeah, a little less sensitive to turning up the engine. And this is making, because of the higher cruise acceleration, that's getting the travel time down. Depending on where we put it. So doubling it gets us down. Sort of min and 3 starts working its way up and down as we go up. Okay. Let's check up on the other stuff. We have a muon spiker. We can get the muon spiker. Does that affect range? Thrust diffusion drives. Yeah, so in theory that is affecting the range. Oh, it's affecting the thrust. So it means we burn the fuel faster is what's going on there. It means we burn the fuel faster. Not necessarily the fuel is better. Okay, so no, we don't probably don't want that. Let's not bother with that. Repair bay? Actually, that would make sense. It improves the effectiveness of our damage control. Yeah, let's do the repair bay. And then the question here is, do I want to go full splurge and go to hybrid armor? You might as well. This is the last of the ship. So we're losing a 25% bonus to kinetics, so we should actually probably boost the armor by 25%. So we'll say, can I get away without too massively? So that'll bring you up to 200 front. Okay, so that's definitely slowing us down in comparison. And it is raising the exotic costs by a lot. So if the thing I'm worried about is kinetics, and the thing I worry about is, in fact, the kinetics. Yeah, so this is probably the setup we want. We're getting just short of 1,000 KPS. I could probably run more fuel tanks on here, honestly. Go up to like 65, 66 fuel tanks. Although I'll probably be happy with a 17.3 week burn from Earth to Neptune. Yeah, that's probably fast enough. That's probably fast enough. We're gonna over-design the ship if we do much more than this. So yeah, we're gonna run something like this. This is no longer the F6 colony ship. This is the F7 colony ship. Titan. There we go. And it is, of course, space superiority because we can do that apparently with a colony ship. And then we're going to upgrade the plasma, which is going to be the same sort of thing. Bump the Hydron. Upgrade the drive to the new fancy protium converter torch. Probably going to be like 3 engines. We'll upgrade the battery. We'll upgrade the radiator because it's... Yeah, it's going to raise the exotic cost, but not by a lot. Not prohibitively so. And then we'll do the repair bay. As the replacement to the fuel extending range thing. There we go, doing like 17.26 weeks, so that's good enough. And again, this one's not the colony ship, this is the plasma laser. So that is a ship. Those two ships can basically go wherever they want, fast enough. Wherever they want fast enough is what they're going to do. Granted, that means a lot of the old ships are, frankly speaking, obsolete. At least from a maneuverability standpoint. Can I hide the ships and have ships existing? Yeah. There we go. Those are the two ships we care about for the moment. At some point, we might have to make a point defense ship that is not a colony ship, and then we'll have a point defense version of it, but that's what we're working with. So, ship construction. So right now, our highest orbit location with a full 10 shipyards is Phobe. Phobe. So we'll get a couple colonies and a bunch of plasmas there. And then not Callisto. Get a batch here as well. A batch down at Earth. And to be fair, building them like this is chewing through the volatiles, as you can see. I don't remember how many volatiles we had at the beginning, but we burn 27,000 for every fleet, basically, at that rate. We just built 3 fleets, right? I got enough for another fleet. I think 3 fleets under construction at once is probably fine. And in fact, if I do much more than that, we might start running into a problem. We're going to run out of mission control. So... yeah, probably need to get the mission control built before we do that. But that'll be good enough for now. We'll probably get another mission control hab or 2 down at Mercury, and then we might build more fleet.
Things are stabilizing.
Public
I
opinion
have
is
an idea.
moving in our direction.
Let's, we're gonna design one more ship. This is gonna be an entirely new ship. It's gonna be tiny little gunship with the biggest drive you could imagine, with the biggest power plant you could imagine. Yeah, we'll toss a battery on it. We'll toss the thing on it. We actually want this ship to go fast, so we'll throw the muon spike on it. We'll make it real fast. Doesn't need a gun, not really. We'll give it a gun so it can defend its, kind of pretend like it's going to defend itself. We'll give it some bare bones armor. Give it a real big engine. How quickly can we get it going? Apparently 10 weeks is where it mins. Oh, no. In fact, actually, let me get this going to the right location. Alien station cable. There we go. So that's, you can kind of guess what we're designing that for, with an alien station able as a possible destination for the design here. This is going to be the ship. Like we're looking at how fast we can get our poor counselor to the edge of the system. And at this point, like, yeah, dude, water's no expense. This is going to be the burn that ends all burns. Can we get this down? No. There is a point where the diminishing returns kick in, and more makes you slower. Okay, we'll probably just accept that's going to be like 8 weeks. Here we go. 50 tanks is probably where it maxes it, mins out, yeah. So this is our example of got to go fast. This is the gotta go fast. It's got some armor, in case some aliens try to catch it. It's got a laser gun. Hopefully it never needs to use it. It's got a muon spiker, so it can go real fast. The next question is actually, does it go faster if I drop the engines? Yes. There appears to be around about 3 engines where you get peak speed. Okay. Drop the fuel tanks at that point. Do we get, no. Although I was willing to let it go a little bit more fuel efficient. Sure. So that's a fast ship. This will be what we load, unless we complete the antimatter stuff. This is probably what we load the counselor on to get it to the edge of the system.
The people will come to our side.
And now we wait for fleets to build. Oh, even with a defend mission, they were able to take Laos, or take a point off of us on Laos. It's only a temporary setback, but it is a setback. Okay, so you...
Removing
Purge.
our enemies.
Ready.
Oh, wait, I did that wrong way. You purge.
Terminating the opposition.
Where to?
You crackdown.
Ready for my mission.
Take like
Standing
64
by.
point crackdown.
Ready.
And then you go public campaign in serial lineup.
We must persuade the people.
Confirm assignments, and onward we go. Continue repeating that project. A scandal. Our peaceful people gracefully resigned to plant the scandal.
Offering support.
New construction module for Pontiac Station. Okay. Although that's a construction module, so that's the station we don't necessarily care about much.
Violence is abating. Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Which is what we want. Public opinion to be in the
Public
direction
opinion is
of
moving
resisting
in our
aliens.
direction.
We have neutralized their key people.
Antimatter plasma core reactor is complete. Which means for the moment, don't really got anything I want to do. We'll work on the hardened hab shelters. That's not super important, but we'll work on it. And yeah, that's on the priority, so we're going to down prioritize that. We'll probably up prioritize the next antimatter thing when we start researching it.
Our people have taken control.
People taking control again. So there's the core to the new space hospital. Okay, how does it look? Back down 13. 76 is probably
Targeting
good
their
enough to
key
start
people.
trying.
Standing by for orders. Targeting the opposition.
Okay. Confirm assignments and continue advancing.
Offering assistance.
There we go. Module core completed. So now we can do tier 3 stuff. Which we should promptly start doing. So we'll upgrade you. And you. And you. Then I want another 9 spaceworks here. I'm gonna go and grab, suppose I should go heavy fusion. Grab a heavy fusion reactor. Heavy fusion reactor. We'll do a third heavy fusion reactor. There's power positive. Agricultural center. I think we're gonna need 2 to feed everything. And then I may have space to do some other stuff in the location because we did the heavy fusion instead of the regular fusion. And some of the antimatter techs actually provide some antimatter, so we actually got 0.02 antimatter. Arctic methane. Might as well at least study it. Antimatter pulsed plasma core, said his favorite.
Things are cooling off.
Might actually do that as a
We're winning
replacement
their
for
hearts and
management
minds.
research.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
The control is vulnerable now.
Control's vulnerable, so we succeeded on the crackdown. So we'll be first of 2 points in Sri Lanka. Oh, I now have executive control in Vietnam. Okay, so we completed that, so I probably want life sciences for the councils to live longer. We are going to do a different project. In this case, it's the antimatter pulsed plasma core lantern. Actually, that's a good question. Are the antimatters like the fusions where I don't need any but the last? Nope. I think that's the... Oh. No. Antimatter plasma 3. Beam core. The pion torch is the... As you can see, half the fuel is antimatter. So you're literally destroying equal parts matter and antimatter to get lots of acceleration. So the pion torch just require... things that we're missing is just the antimatter beam core reactor. Which isn't guaranteed. But we may in fact not get that. And a big core, which in our case just needs the plasma core 3, which just needs the plasma core 2. Okay, so I don't actually need the plasma core lantern. The plasma core lantern at this point is going to be inferior to the power plant we have, so stop that being a favorite because we don't care about it anymore. There we go, back to management research. Until the power plant shows up. Because we care about the power plant, we don't care about the drive. Help the public. And even then, I don't
We are
really
in
care about the
control
power
now.
plant because am I really going to get 5 antimatter to build a ship that's faster than I want to go fast? And even then, I'm not sure if it's going to be faster because
At your
that's
service.
5 per tank. I don't necessarily think it's going to be better than just slapping a bunch of water on the thing, on the existing one. Okay, so we're going to do a purge and crackdown here. Crackdown on the next one. We'll pay a lot to get 90%
Going after their
yield.
people.
What's
And
the
then
up?
purge. 64 for an 80%.
We're taking power.
Ready for
And
orders.
then you set national policy in Vietnam.
Heading to the capital.
And then your relationship or policy wise. Okay, I'm gonna wait until January. There's the reactor.
Offering counsel.
Order is returning.
Breakthrough. Boost priority. Actually, a little bit tempted to boost priority, but off Earth mining by 5%, or ships build 5% faster. I think this actually needs to be the mining. We'll do the mining. Okay. So one of you is the antimatter plasma core reactor, which will crank up the speed on. And then the other one is the management research.
We've moved the needle.
Move the needle. Granted, everyone else is moving the needle the other direction, so actual
We have hit them
permanent
with
successes may be questionable. Crackdown success in Sri Lanka. So that means the purge should succeed. Sudden flowering. I don't need the research, so we'll take the burn. Beneath the waves. That's bad, but it is what it is. You've completed repairs at Pontiac Station. There's a couple fleets that do have some maneuverability, so I just want to... Let's jump them before we leave, just in case they can get to the station we're leaving behind. Engage, auto-resolve, successfully destroy them. Okay. We're around Dionez. So there is another alien base out in these asteroids. It's apparently on the far side of the solar system, so it's going to take 100 weeks to get there. But we're gonna attempt that burn. While these ships are out and about, we are going to make use of them the best we can.
Mission complete.
Federate the Pan-Asian Combine. Confirm. The month after April, we will become part of China. Oh, in that case, unlike Singapore, that will be a drag on China instead of a boost to China. The construction module is now done. Start upgrading the construction module.
We are in control here.
Purge mission successful in Sri Lanka, which now means we have full control of Sri Lanka. Which means relations-wise, I should start to normalize these relations with the rest of our nations. Specifically India. So, in January, well, no, because we've got to wait the 180 days. Once the 180 days are done, we'll be able to federate you into India. Okay, so let's do a couple passes on doing defend interests in various places
securing our interests.
to secure them
At your
so
service.
they don't go walking away.
Securing our control.
Where do you need me?
Securing our interests.
Confirm assignments and a move of a month.
Securing our control.
Lending my expertise.
Protecting our interests.
Securing our control.
Destructive testing. Hostile mission takeover failure. It's good to know. I didn't check who it was on, but knowing that's a failure and not successful against us. is
Things
what
are
we
stabilizing.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
know. Winning their hearts and minds. Alien Megafauna in Denver defeated. EU is finally becoming fairly stable. And we're going to get sustainability pretty high, which is good to see. New battle stations complete, and I think that's also the... Yeah, the hospitals are up now, so even more money are rolling in. Get a pair of new mission control tabs going out at Mercury. Found a ring. Gonna be up medium Mercury orbit. I'd say I want a pair, so let's get 2 going. Resistant. What does our mission control ones look like? Oh, those might even arguably fit and have more space. Yeah, those arguably just have more space, but we built a few, so let's get what we're doing done. So it's gonna need a farm. And we'll layer defensive rate to defend itself. We're gonna want a skunkworks. And some sort of science here. That doesn't cost volatiles. So that's... Space does that, so space works. And then we need power. Form the solar farm. And then 9 command centers to start. And in theory, because the solar power here is so strong, that's power positive. So we'll go ahead and save that hab. I'm gonna go play that the other one and rock out a bunch of mission control. Bradley station and apply. There we go. That'll provide us with some more mission control. 36 mission control. In comparison to the fact that we can just crank out 150 mission control with warships fairly quickly, we may need a few more of those. if we're gonna really crank the fleet. So,
Ready to go.
although at this point, I think we have the aliens literally on the run. How many fleets do they still have? They're down to 5. Granted, their response to our motions is make the fleet in charge of defending the main place big. Don't think we faced a fleet yet that's 20,000 fleet power. So that will be a slog to cut through. But they're down to 5 fleets and 2 systems, basically. Well, the Kuiper Belt's pretty large, so these might actually be fairly far away from each other. They got one major system, one major base in the capital area, Waywoot, and then Neptune is what we're seeing. I don't know if Cambodia or Myanmar. I think Myanmar. Crackdown, 12% base. You can pay through the nose and crack
Cracking
us
down.
in.
Ready for orders.
And it's pretty totalitarian, so once we're in, it's gonna get pretty easy. Just take the rest.
Removing our enemies.
Ready for my mission.
And I suppose in the moment you can just public campaign
Making
where
our
we're working.
case.
Make it a little bit easier. And then we're going to confirm some assignments and let some time pass. I think we're going to go one more month, and then we're going to put the heartbreak
I
in for
will help
YouTube.
them.
See, so quickly, depending on how quickly we get through the month. If we get through the month quickly enough, we might try to do the refueling rendezvous with the fleet arriving in Uranus, which would be another month. Yeah, if this is an uneventful December, we'll do another month.
Order is returning. We've moved the needle.
The people will come to our side.
Crackdown complete.
Crackdown was successful, so we've broken into Myanmar. You can continue with the mission control boosting. Another army deployed for the EU. We'll keep building up the EU armies. We've got 3. Getting 1 per control point's never too bad of an idea. At this point, I'm thinking.
Our associates are now in charge.
Associates in charge. So, we're in Myanmar. Policy-wise, we are... I'm in the Federation. I might need a land connection. It might not be letting me do it because I don't have a land connection. That would be fair enough. Actually, no, I'd have to do it from the China side, don't I? Yes, it's on the China side. I was about to convince myself I wasn't able to do something that I could totally do.
On my way to the capital.
And Laos is ready for Federation, so we actually want to send a second one over there. Get the timer running on that.
Time to make our move.
Where do you need me?
Yeah, so we're going to get a unification and a federation off in quick succession. And then our Purge Crackdown team will continue, or Crackdown Purge team will continue to crack down and purge.
Applying pressure on their people.
Where do you need me? Targeting the opposition.
Okay, so the core of that is done. The exterior will be done fairly quickly, and then we can probably start a construction of another fleet.
Offering assistance.
Although we've got 3 under construction. That's 150 mission control. Maybe you should wait until the new mission control hams are done before we just keep throwing more at stuff. It's built. 1062. F7 colony ship in intermediate orbit is done. Titan Valley Forge, so 10. Okay, the option I wanted to merge into is not showing up, that's fine. The last one will have the option to merge into the right one. That's going to end up happening. Here we go, 1062. And of course, that wasn't the only one finishing that day. The phosphate orbit. A ship in the fleet of 1072. Duct Spruance. Oops, I've merged fleets. I'll have to undo that. Okay, so we've got you, and we've got you. So we want one of you to go merge with the other one. We've got you and you, so we want one of you to merge with the other one. Oh, the internet may have dropped out. We'll try to finish the part up and see if the internet comes back. Otherwise, it may be a good time to put the stream break in. And we ended up putting a couple extra in here, which is not what we wanted. So we want to take these guys out of here. Okay, so 1090 has 10 ships. Okay, oh, the internet's real bad. We'll see if the internet stabilizes. Okay, we want these two to merge. Where's 1080? There we go. Okay, so we've got 3 new fancy fleets with tons and tons and tons and tons of Delta V. Next stop, Neptune. think we already got a fleet going to Protho. So you're into that parking orbit. You're into Draeless orbit. Yeah, we have one going to Protho, arriving 62, May 62. These guys are going to get there first, I fear. Protho. Yeah, you got a colony ship, so colony module, so you'll set up a refilling station when you get there. So just short of 17 weeks. So that was Earth. 17 weeks for Earth. So once more to Protho. 13 weeks from High Phobe. And then from High Phosphate, we're pulling a 15-week burn. Okay, so it looks like the internet has recovered. So we're going to finish up this month and we're going to put a short part break in. So I skipped a little bit of tea.
With us.
Sorry, Twitch viewers, for the bit that you just missed there. But that was mostly us catching up and getting these ships assigned so they can go flying out to their new destinations. Okay, I'm going to assume in the next part we're going to have very rapid control of Neptune, as these three fleets very rapidly arrive there. Back down mission successful. Ooh, Myanmar is... our points, Myanmar is getting attacked just as we're attacking other points. I think, what, it was info we had the biggest bonus for? Yeah. Info. Oh, and that doubly makes sense because we're also running two energy ones at the time, so definitely don't want to do energy. Energy is the other one I was thinking about because then that will get us some rerolls on power plants or whatever.
Policy direction complete.
Policy for the Pan-Asian Combine. One of you is going to do the unification with Singapore.
Mission complete.
And the other one will do the Federation with Laos. But yeah, bringing in such a democratic country into the Pan-Asian Combine, or totalitarian, has very much risen the revolt risk in Pan-Asian Combine. Although it also significantly jumped the GDPC. It was almost a 600 GDPC average rise from adding Singapore.
Our people have taken control.
Okay, and I think this is where we're going to put the part break in. I'm feeling like we can probably get away with recording one more part tonight. Although I may have a bit of fun trying to get stuff edited and uploaded for tomorrow. Cambodia is ready for... Oh no, Cambodia could be federated, but I don't have control of Cambodia, so Cambodia is a no. Fair enough. And Thailand, which you don't have control of as well.
I'm here.
We'll come. We'll revisit the counselor missions here after the part break. Suppose it's been a while. We'll do before we end this part. We'll do a quick checkup on how global climate change is going, and the answer is it's not better. It's not much worse. It's all sitting right about where we are from a control of nation standpoint. We're just about negating the CO2 being emitted. as we're generating. So the world's carbon neutral, so global climate change isn't getting worse. Is it getting better? And the answer to that is no. No, it's not. It's just not getting worse. Although we're getting close in some places to where some of the newer places aren't emitting anymore, that we're taking control of. Inequality is down to 1, so America's getting surprisingly equal. Although the GDPC is surprisingly good there. We're up to 51, almost 52,000 across the entire United States and North America. So that's good. Okay, before I get too carried away looking at the stats, we're going to go ahead and put the part break in here. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll have another part up for you tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, I'm just going to take a short break, stretch the legs, sip some tea, and then we'll record one last part for the night. We'll see if we can completely get Uranus... Or no, we finished Uranus. See if we can completely get Neptune under our control. We should have multiple fleets in Neptune very quickly. The aliens have a fairly large presence in Neptune. But with 3 new modern fleets, flying around Neptune should be an easy task. So taking Neptune over should be reasonably quick. But that will be next time. So until next time, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.